The major law responsible for companies or businesses in Nigeria is called the Companies and Allied Matters Act. Okay, the relevant law is that of 2020. Okay, so it's also called KAMA. Now, this law stipulates that every company in Nigeria should be registered. But aside the fact that KAMA has already stipulated that businesses should be registered, there are other reasons for registering your business. Now, the first being that you will have a certificate of incorporation. So basically, you have something to show that yes, your business is a legally owned business in Nigeria. Another reason is the fact that you have more advantage, or you have more success at having or taking loans from bank and investors. So when you come to an investor and you tell the person, I have so and so business, say it's registered, there is more likelihood for the person to believe and trust you and actually invest or even grant you loan for your business. So another reason is the fact that you can open an account. Okay, so you can get an account for your business. So you can have ABC Ventures with an account number. Okay, so as opposed to giving out your personal account details to your clients. Another reason is the fact that you can actually ask for intents from the National Youth Service Commission. Okay, so you can basically ask for core members to come to your business place and then work as interns. So another advantage is basically that you have an exclusive use of the name. Like, that is the most important advantage of registering your business: exclusivity. So no other person in Nigeria can actually run a business with that particular business name. So there's majorly this identity you have. So if I run ABC Ventures, nobody in Nigeria should use or will be able to use ABC Ventures. That being said, there are majorly three parts that you can register your businesses in Nigeria. Okay, so we have part A, part B, and part C. Now, part A is for companies, part B is for business name, and part C is for incorporated trustee. But for this video, we're going to be focusing more on part B, which is business names. Enterprises that register as a business name are majorly small scale enterprises, okay, and majorly those owned by sole proprietors. Okay, majorly. Okay, so I'm not saying that they can't register as a company, but usually most of the time it's usually small scale business and those owned by a sole proprietor. Now, if you are going to register under a business name, there are some things you should consider. For want of a better understanding, okay, I'm going to exclude it or seclude it into two parts. Okay, I'm going to tell you the advantages and the disadvantages. So when you are registering under a business name, you should put these things in consideration. The advantage of actually registering under the business name is the fact that there is less formality, as opposed to a company. You don't have to do annual filing, you don't have to notify CAC, okay, that you changed your directors, you don't have to notify CAC or even go and file the fact that you took out a mortgage. So basically the formalities are lower, okay, or smaller as opposed to a company. Another advantage is the fact that you need less capital. Now, there's a stipulated amount or a stipulated share you have to have allotted for company as opposed to a business name. Okay, so you just have to start up. Basically, that's all you have to do for a business name. Another thing is the fact that registration is easier, okay, as opposed to company and incorporated trustees. So give or take, it takes like 2-3 days to register your business name as opposed to companies and the incorporated trustees. I mean, and then the procedures are quite lesser and simpler as opposed to the others. Okay, so that's basically it. So it's like snappy, very fast. Okay, another thing is the fact that you can actually start your business without registration. Okay, now don't get me wrong, I did not say you should not register, but the fact that if you don't have the money, okay, if you don't have the capital to register your business, you can start up your business and then within a reasonable time you can actually register as a business name. But when it comes to company, when it comes to incorporated trustees, you must register before you are even known as a company in the first place. However, okay, the fact that you have all these advantage, you should also consider these following facts. Number one is that liability extends to the owner. So for example, I own a boutique registered under a business name, and I take out a loan of, let's say, 7 million naira, and let's say in the event that I cannot pay up my debts, my creditors can come after my personal property. So let's say I have a car and a house, they can come after your personal property in the event that you are owing them Companies, okay, companies and incorporated trustees are basically entitled to a tax identification number certificate. Okay, that's TIN, tax identification number certificate. So after they get their certificates of incorporation, they are also entitled to a tax identification number certificate. But for a business name, okay, they are not so entitled. So you have to now sort out yourself, and probably that will cost you extra charges and what have you not. So that's basically another thing you should look at when registering as a business name. Another thing you should actually put in mind is the fact that with a business name, okay, there is a tendency of restricting expansion. So in that example I gave, I own a business. Now let's say after a while I decide to, okay, let me add wigs, okay, selling of wigs and frontals and what have you not. Because the fact that my name is ABC Clothing Ventures, and then I'm selling wig, it does not entirely cover the concept or the entirety of my business as at that point, because now I'm doing both clothing and wigs. Okay, so it's outside clothing, so ABC Clothing is now more restricted. So in that case, maybe what I have to now go back again and then change my name or change the business name to ABC Apparels or whatever, to basically cover the concept of my business. Okay, so another thing you should put in mind is the fact that continuity is not certain. So what do I mean? If ABC Venture is run by a sole proprietor, okay, let's say the death of that proprietor will lead to the end of that business, okay, except probably the next of kin or the relative is actually interested in running that line or continuing that line of business. But as opposed to a company, okay, the death of one director does not mean the end of the company. So that's basically all you need to consider if you should register under a business name. In my next video, I'm going to be talking about companies, okay, so please do well to hit the subscribe button so you get notification when I post. Thank you very much for watching.